So here to talk through this Araf line puzzle by Serkan Yürekli called Loop, and I'm just going to start by using some colors. The bottom of this loop, particularly the bottom left of this loop, is a lot of similar size things, and this 4 can't join to any numbers around it, so I'll have to escape out. That means this 3, which is it's 5 cells away from this 5, can't join to the 5, has to also escape out. This 4 will have to escape out. And this 5 will have to join with this 3. It can only take as many as 3 cells in this column because of where it's positioned. So to get out to 4, it needs to take 1 coming out to the right. That means that this red group, blue group, and green group are escaping out. And I can start a new group down here, which is this black group from this 5. Now, the corner cells of this puzzle are going to be pretty important. For instance, this corner cell can't be in a black group because it would take 4 cells to get out to that. And that's actually a reason that if this black actually extended and tried to join to this 13, there's actually no group that can get this cell now, because even this group is 4 cells in that column to get to it. So this black is forced to actually be part of that 3, and it's going to be 4 cells long, and means that there is a green, blue, and red cells continuing up in this space. This 12, 11, 12 are now all not connected to each other, and we'll have to start to extend out. So this 12 is going to the right, this 11 to the right, this 12 is joining to a group of size 3. It again will have to take at least 4 cells, so it comes down here. And in doing this, we get our first connection of these big with small, is we know that these are both red. And here we get to maybe the first key deduction in the puzzle, which is asking a question like this: can this 11 be in blue? And it is possible for this 3 and this 11 to join. This would be 10 cells. That's just perfectly fine for it. But now on this side, we have a 15, a 5, a 12, a 13, and 13 joining. So this 15 is going to need to join with a 12 or something else. We're going to need to take 14 cells in this area. There's not enough space to take 14 cells in this area. That this 15 is not able to be tamped down on the right side is a reason we'll actually end up seeing that it has to join to the 11. But the first thing we'll do is just for now recognize that orange is not blue. Blue instead is going to come over to the right, and it's got a few things it can connect with as it goes to the right, but where there's a firm divide between this 12 and 13, both this green and this blue are going to come over to this space. And it's forced that this is here as we get started in this group. Green is going to be forced to come over and take this cell. Blue is going to have to come down a little into this region. We do need to get to the corner cells, so we have to come like this. Black needs to be 4 cells. Green gets completed in this way. So this now does reach across, and we get all these cells taken. Blue has to join, and to join it actually can't continue straight across both these cells. So these 2 cells will have to be in blue for this to connect up based off the stuff we've already colored in. Now if we come back to orange, that means orange comes across and now has to turn up to be here. The 5 and 12 are going to join, so they'll make a group that's at least of size 6. And one thing they can't do is reach to this cell, so orange is going to have to reach over to that cell. So if it's just taking 6 with 3 in this column, 3 in that column, and leaving room for the orange to come out, this is a forced pattern for that. We haven't marked this in, but this has to take these 4 and actually can't take more than that after doing so. Orange right now has 9. This would be 10 cells. It still will need to take at least 2 more, and it will be forced to take this cell and probably this corner. However, what we do know is that this red group has to take this cell because orange can't go more than 3 in the space. This group can only take 1 more to be 4. That's why it didn't come up here. Let's preserve the count while doing some of the bookkeeping here. Blue coming to this cell actually means that green is going to have to take this. Blue takes this. So blue right now is at 11, can take 1 more. We do have to get something that takes cells over here, and that can't be blue. It can be red. So these are valid spaces for that to go. Blue can take 1 more, but green can take 2 more. So green has to be down here. Red right now is at 11, so orange, which is just of the right size of 11, needs to take this to be 12, and that looks like now a valid solution. So let's just mark this in. So a good bit of intuition through the solve, but really understanding that the 3 and the 11 here don't connect. was the key observation. The pairing is then very forced by the colors as I was doing them, and the no 3 in a rule group rule is giving a fair amount of the constraints, particularly where we had to find which groups reach to the cornermost cells to make the rest happen. So here we are. So hope you got something from watching this video. Thanks, and we'll see you again soon.